I love your videos, but I think the problem is that you use your shirt inside your pants. I use my shirt inside my pants. That's interesting. Hey guys, welcome back to the game room. I'm going for the easy views today. I'm just gonna read off some comments that I consider negative and just react to them. As simple as that. These first comments are from the video called Hiding My Game Collection from the Repair Guy. In the video, I had 2 ceiling fans replaced by an electrician. Before they came over, I hid my games behind a sheet. A lot of people did not like the fact that I did that. This guy says, that is really stupid. I had a water leak in my game room and toured the guys around that helped me repair it instead of concealing it. Who do you think you are? You aren't better than the repair guy. You are being very unreasonable. Not everyone is out to get your stuff. Install cameras and keep your home security up to date, but that is petty and miserable of you. This person felt the same. It's kind of insulting to the repair person that you simply don't trust them. These businesses want the work and very much appreciate when you tell people you know about their service. This guy says, or he could have just watched the guy work. Would have been a much simpler path to take. I wonder how that would have went. This guy says, as a service plumber, I can tell you that 99% of us service/repair technicians would never risk our career to steal a few collectibles. That's not really that reassuring to me, knowing that 1% of the people out there are potentially people who could take something. Not every comment I read today is going to be negative. There's going to be rebuttals. And here's one of them. I've had repair/installation people steal from me in the past. Don't trust the Home Depot. They use outside contractors, and you'll never know who they send. I had a repair guy come into my basement to give a quote on some work. My collection is not close to the size of yours, but I did have a lot of nice collectibles, and I blurred that out there because it was really specific information and I didn't want to get anyone in trouble. The guy left and immediately called me offering me money for some of my items. I told them that they're not for sale and he insisted and raised the price to $1,500 for the items. It was so uncomfortable and off-putting that I never called him back to do the work. That's another reason to cover up a video game collection or something, just because it can be awkward to talk about it sometimes. A lot of you are probably pretty comfortable doing it, but it's hard for me to explain to someone why I have 60 or whatever game systems hooked up all at once. It gets to be a very long conversation, so I just try to avoid it altogether. And this guy says, dude, I once had an AC vent company come to my house to clean them. I didn't feel right leaving them to themselves in my room with all my stuff too. I left my 360 camera recording and caught them taking pictures and touching stuff. One of the guys even picked up the damn camera, recorded him saying, it's hot. That is a really interesting story. I would love to see that video of them doing that stuff. But the bottom line is, I'm not the only one that hides stuff when repair people come over. I have people in the comment section that told me that they do the same thing. I'm just the only one who made a video about it and where I admitted to doing it. That's the difference. I'm not some outlier compared to the whole population. My open and honest videos perform pretty well, so I tend to do that kind of content. And I want to reiterate, I am paying these people to come in the house and do a service, so everyone wins in this situation. I did not stiff them or anything like that. So people in that video were also laughing at the fact that I did not do the ceiling fan work myself. This is what they had to say. If you can hang bed sheets and wire up your consoles, you can install ceiling fans. A 15-year-old can change a ceiling fan 3 wires. Dude, either watch a video to learn how to replace the ceiling fan or watch the guy work and learn from him. Okay, sir. I got it all done. Well, the thing is, this is an old house and it has some, I would call, creative electrical installations within it. The guy that lived here many years ago was a do-it-yourselfer. There used to be a ceiling fan in here, but it was hung directly off a stud. It did not have a mounting box. If the other ceiling fans are like that, it's a bigger process to replace it and make sure it's up to code. I probably could have figured it out, but by calling in repair people, I felt that they were the best to get the house up to code during the installation, and it also freed up some time for me to work on other things while they were over here. Moving on, I have also posted many videos that chronicle the ups and downs of having a YouTube channel. And at some point, I told people that I had quit my job to become full-time on YouTube. And that set off a lot of alarm bells with people. This guy says, "You quit your day job? Why, you moron?" What a loser, quit his job to make videos. Will have to sell all that crap when he's too old to support himself. Quitting your job to do YouTube full-time at 5K subs was freaking moronic. There's no way in hell you were going to make money with such a small number of subs. There are YouTubers out there with 10 times more and they still have day jobs. Enjoy being homeless. You did it to yourself. So this guy, I can tell, did not actually watch the video. He's looking at the overly simplified thumbnail and he's seeing, oh, 5,000 subs, and he's seeing quit his job on the other side. But I actually have two channels, and that 5,000 subs was only for one of the two channels. Plus, I explained a few other things in that video that would have made sense to him had he watched it. This guy says, "What a waste of time and money, loser. Time to get a new job, loser." I think that was the same guy on two different videos. I made another video recently where I said I was going to concentrate on one channel more than the other. This guy says, "You don't seem to take the advice of your viewers. I told you how to improve your channel, but you're clearly dumb." There must be a reason why I'm not following your advice. Of course, I get advice from hundreds of people, so there's no way to remember what you actually said. But I will say, if you know the secret to YouTube success, use it for your own channel. Apply your own technique to that channel and show me the results. Guys like this are the main reason the retro space is what it is today. Now he comes out like a poor victim. You're part of the problem, mate. I would say comments like that are a problem in the retro space. 15K subs and this dude is crying about viewership. Wow. Well, I wasn't crying in that video. I was telling people the facts about why I'm concentrating on one channel instead of two from now on. You can just tell that this guy didn't watch it. I notice a lot of people out there are obsessed with sub numbers. I will say subs do not equal viewership. The views are what drive the money and what drive the success of the channel. If you're a YouTuber and you get past 1,000 subs, I suggest you don't concentrate on gaining a high sub base. I suggest you try to get views. Cool, another retro gaming YouTuber complaining about first world problems. You can put it on your list with MVG, 8-Bit Guy, John Hancock, and others. Wah, I can't get paid to sit around all day playing Nintendo tapes. It was an information video for my viewers to explain to them why I'm concentrating on one channel and not the other. So there wasn't too much sadness to it. A whole other group of people in those videos did not like the idea of me quitting my day job. There's a lot of hatred toward people who do that. Nobody gives a crap. Get a real job. The creator economy is a $104 billion industry. And those people who are doing those things, making those videos, writing those scripts, editing those videos, presenting to the camera, those are actually skills being learned by those people that they can use in other industries. YouTube can be a real business. Have I reached that level yet? No, but maybe I'll get there sometime. Good riddance and don't come back. We have zero sympathy here for merchants, shills, grifters, and in general, people who only participate in this platform for the money. Get a real life job then, and again, don't come back. TBH, if you're doing it for the money, you've already failed. When you came into this hoping to make money instead of doing it out of passion, it was already over. Actually, I did YouTube for 10 years while I worked a full-time job on the side. It wasn't until the 11th year when I decided to make YouTube full-time. I didn't exactly come into it for the money. So I actually did the things that you wanted me to do in your comment, but you seem to have not noticed. The fewer grifters, the better. Don't bring money into a hobby. Get a effing job, you sook. YouTube should be a hobby. Stupid people do stupid things. Well, stupid people do stupid things. But some people write stupid comments as well. If all of a sudden YouTube did not pay its creators for the ad revenue, YouTube would probably shrink by 95%. I could be wrong about that, but I would say the majority of channels that most of you all follow are people who are getting paid to do that stuff. It's keeping them on YouTube and keeping you entertained. And for this channel, it is my hobby and it is my business as well. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. What's drawing these people out is the fact that I'm being open and honest about the business side of my channels. You're hearing me say things that YouTubers don't normally say. I think of myself as a very detailed person, and that's one of the drawbacks. People hear the details and it doesn't sit with them. One time I sold a car on eBay and I specified the location of every single scratch on the car, and I thought it was a good, open, and honest eBay listing. But I had this guy message me on eBay saying, how many times has it been wrecked? He thought because I was mentioning all these scratches that it had more scratches than the average car. I may not have got as many bids on that car because I was more detailed, which I don't think is right. So this next set should be pretty fun. They are about my personal appearance. Untuck the shirt and stand straight. I love your videos, but I think the problem is that you use your shirt inside your pants. I use my shirt inside my pants. That's interesting. Your pants are holding up your belt. You tuck your t-shirt in. I'm definitely not subscribing. I think that person was trying to make fun of the other people, but it's hard to say. I think you're playing video games so much that the muscles in your arms have wasted away. There's a lot more I could have dug out about my muscles and about my appearance. It just seems very odd to me that someone would watch a video and this is the only thing they have to say about it. It makes me think that they go through the day poking into videos and just making comments about people's personal appearances. I would say that behavior is just mentally unhealthy. Wait. I take that all back. These next set of comments are about my voice and my personality. It would help if you didn't have the most wooden personality ever. You're boring and talk like a zombie, of course, no one wants to watch. It was a blast to produce. He goes on to mimic the way I talk throughout his comment there, but he says, for your mother brain algorithm, around 1548, you actually sound human for 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and play that part and see what it sounds like. Slow start, getting 17, 30 views a day. Then you start to see little spikes, and then you have a big spike here, and it goes back down again, but it doesn't quite go back down as far as it was. Maybe because I had a little bit of a laugh in there, I don't know, but I can't really laugh my way through all my videos. Your issue isn't two groups of subscribers. Your reading is very monotone / robotic, and there's very little inflection in your voice. Try to work on the presentation of your voice. Well, I actually have worked on this voice. I've been doing YouTube work for over 10 years, and this is the final result. This is what I came up with. To give you an example of what it sounded like 10 years ago, listen to this.
It's no surprise that Greek mythology is a perfect fit for video games. The stories are filled with brave heroes who the player can play as, magical items which make great power-ups, and fierce monsters who make great end bosses. Best of all, Zeus doesn't charge a licensing fee.
I gotta be honest, my man. Related to your comments on your charisma, I keep watching your videos for your speech patterns. I know you've said you've struggled with speech issues, but I find your patterns oddly relaxing. Well, thank you. You are a weird game nerd, and I like it. Your speaking cadence is hypnotic. So there's some disagreement in the comments about whether or not the way I talk is good or bad, but bottom line is this is what you get, folks. If you want the smoothest talker on YouTube, listen to Mark Bussler on the channel Classic Game Room. Nobody can beat him.
Tailspin, I've got a Classic Game Room shout out and thank you to send all the way to Jordy from the Netherlands. Thank you for sending Tailspin on the Mega Drive.
This guy says, you seem autistic, bro. Are you autistic? So this is something that gets mentioned in the comments from time to time. Sometimes I can't tell if they're asking a serious question or whether or not they're trying to make fun of me or whatever. But I actually did go out and get tested to see if I have autism. And the results are something that I would like to make a whole entire video about. Once again, I think that would be easy views. Let's take a poll. Do you think I have autism? Go ahead and tell me yes or no in the comments, and I promise I won't judge you. I will say, just because you see someone making crazy gaming setups like this does not automatically mean they are autistic. And also judging them by the way they speak and stuff like that, it's not always a clear indicator. It takes a professional to do an assessment in order to make that determination. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed my reactions to these negative comments. If you would like to see one of the videos that triggered some of those comments, there's one on the screen right in front of you where I talked about the struggles of having a retro channel. May your games make you happy and smart, and may people respect you for playing them. So long, everybody.